saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached into heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even if she has rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works. And the cup which she filled to her double.
The fatherless and the widow, and shed not innocent blood in this place, neither walk after other gods to your hurt.
Right? So we were disrespecting our brothers, not caring about the young, not caring about the old. And what's that last part there?
Neither walk after other gods to your hurt.
So we're out here also not only fighting our own people, but we're also out here worshiping other gods, right? What's the day of Thanksgiving? Giving thanks to the God of fall, the God of autumn, right? All these strange gods, and that's what we're out here doing. We couldn't be faithful to the Most High, right?
Precept. Look at Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And Yahweh shall scatter thee among people, from one end of the earth unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy father have known, even wood and stone.
So wood and stone, right? Well, that wood and stone falls into that Catholicism, right? But even before that, we're still giving gods, earthly gods. We're giving gods, the God of sand, the God of water, the God of this, the God of the air, the God of... Why are we putting these false gods in front of us, right? Pretty much, and Deuteronomy goes into all the curses that we're going to go through, all the things that we're going to happen to us if we don't follow them. And one of the first laws, even the 50s, right? Don't have false gods, right? So why did we add all these false gods, right? Let's get
Then will I cause you to dwell in this place, in the land that I gave to your fathers, forever and ever. Behold.
Right, so he promised us these lands, right? He said you have these lands if you follow my law, statutes, and commandments, right? Forever and ever, the land that it gives you. So when we left the earthly place, Israel, we came to the Americas. Most High gave us these lands so we could take over, right? And he promised us for us to have it if we kept these commandments, but yet we couldn't do that, right? So go ahead and hang on.
Behold, ye trust in lying words that cannot profit. Will ye steal, murder, and commit adultery, and swear falsely, and burn incense unto Baal, and walk after other gods whom ye know not.
So it says, behold lying words, right? What do these perverts come to do, right? They came out here, hey, you gotta teach us how to live, and we'll protect you from that tribe. We'll protect you from that tribe, right? But who were those tribes, right? Those tribes were our people. So what were we doing? We were turning our backs, going to that lying tongue, right? And listening to what they said. And said, what was that from?
After other gods.
Burn incense into Baal, right? Baal, what's Baal? Baal is a demon, pretty much, right? So we listen to the words of a demon just to kill our own, so we can have protection, right? That's why we had this Thanksgiving, right? That was the thing that they were promising or telling us, that lying tongue, right?
The book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 11 in the GNT. At that time, there appeared in the land of Israel a group of traitors Jews who had no regard for the law and who had a bad influence on many of our people. They said, let us come to terms with the Gentiles, for our refusal to associate with them has brought us nothing but trouble. So what these people come to do, we were already fighting with each other, and now they're telling us, you know what?
You teach us how to do this, you teach us how to do that, you teach us how to, because we knew how to cultivate the land. They couldn't survive without us. So what do they have better to offer us? Protection from all people, because we couldn't follow our own law, statutes, and commandments. We were out here killing each other. We're out here worshiping other gods, and that's what the Most High was letting Jeremiah know about all these prophecies about. But be careful with dealing with your own people or killing your own people, right? And worshiping other gods. This is pretty much what we're doing in Thanksgiving, right? Thanksgiving, we all want to come together. Why? To listen to these lying tongues, these demons, these Baals.
Bring that out.
Right?
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 3, verse 23. Truly in vain is salvation hoped for from the hills and from the multitude of mountains. Truly in YHWH, our power is the salvation of Israel.
Right? We have to listen to the Most High. We don't need nothing else, right? We don't need this God of autumn, God of this, God of that. No. We got one God. All the rest of these people, all the rest of these gods, all came from lying tongues, right?
Jeremiah 7, verse 10. And come and stand before me in this house, which is called by my name, and say, we are delivered to do all these abominations.
Right, so all these demons are telling us all these things, for our salvation, right? But they got nothing. All they're giving us is abomination, right? All these abominations, what are the abominations? Hating our own neighbor, killing our own neighbor, getting other gods, right? And the Most High can't repeat it anymore, right? So throughout this whole chapter, that's what it's been telling us, right? Beware of this, beware of that, and yet we still can't get it, right?
The book of John, chapter 10, verse 10. The thief cometh not, but to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly.
Right? I mean, what is there to teach, man? When the Bible is just telling us straightforward, we can't explain it more clearly, right? It's so simple, but yet everybody just can't get the hint that we just need to follow these law statutes, man. At the end of the day, that's all it comes down to, right? So throughout this whole chapter, right, it's telling us what should we not do, right? Don't hate your neighbor. Don't worship other gods, right? You can't tell us anymore. I mean, otherwise we just get repetitive. And for what? For vanity? So we can keep doing the same thing, right? So what's the Most High gonna do, right? That's what we're trying to get to, right?
Jeremiah 7, verse 16. Therefore, pray not thou for these people.
Alright, so there's no prayer. Don't pray. It pretty much says don't pray for these people. Why? Because they keep doing, throughout all these generations, we've had enemies through our own people. Till this day. It doesn't even have to be, Issachar versus Judah. Issachar versus Issachar. Judah versus Judah. Judah versus Issachar. And vice versa with all the other tribes, right? So it says pray not. Why?
Neither lift up a cry nor pray for them.
Don't cry for them, right? Why? Because all this whole time has been warning us, right?
Neither make intercession. How about the pronounce that right? Intercession to me, for I will not hear thee.
Right, so the Most High is not going to listen to you. Why? Because He's been telling you what to do this whole time. So why is He going to answer any of your prayers? Right?
The book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 9. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law.
Right, so this whole time we're not listening to the Most High, right? We shouldn't be hating our brother, right? We're out here making war with each other, right?
Even his prayer shall be abomination.
Right, so He tells us don't pray for them. Don't pray for me. Don't pray for me because I won't listen, right?
The book of St. John, chapter 9, verse 31. Now we know that the Most High heareth not sinners,
Right? So all those Old Testament doesn't count, right? Here's a New Testament for you, because throughout this whole Bible it's telling us the same thing, right?
But if any man be a worshiper of the Most High, doth his will and doeth his will, him he heareth.
Once you start paying attention to the Most High, then he's gonna listen to you.
God!
But we can't be out here praying right after we pork, right after we hang. You know, we go to these, matter of fact, even these worldly people go to Thanksgiving and still talk shit about each other.
Man!
Pardon my French, but they still talking bad about each other. There's still beef between one side of the family with the next side of the family. You got this big ass table and you still can't come together? You have to, matter of fact, you have to wait till Thanksgiving to get together? Like, man, it's mind blowing. It's an astonishing. It's a bunch of contradictions. It's a day of giving thanks, but you're out here giving hate and talking smack about the last person, and somebody did something to you this year, and this day you kind of forgive them because you're still talking about them.
There's even a meme trick called Thanksgiving clapback.
Thanksgiving clapback.
People insulting each other on these days. Family members insulting each other.
You can't even commit to Thanksgiving. That's why the Most High don't hear us, and that's why we're in these times, these places that we're at, that we can't even come together.
Good!
Right? We have to listen to these devils, and we're still digging our holes deeper, right?
God! Jeremiah 7, verse 17. Seest thou not what they do in the cities of Judah, and in the streets of... Of Jerusalem.
Right, so it says, seest thou not what they do in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? Like, do you not see what happened? Like, there was already separation, and the Most High is telling you, don't separate each other. You don't kill your neighbor, don't kill your brother, right? But you're out here doing that, right?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children which he shall leave.
Right? Not even in a household you can be impeached, right? You have this Thanksgiving, and sometimes you got parents, being not faithful to each other, but you come one day just to congregate, to eat pig, to eat pork. Like, it's amazing, right? So what's the Most High gonna do? Give me
the children gather wood, and the father kindle the fire.
Right, so we get ready, right? We get ready for this one special day, right?
And the woman kneels their dough to make cake to the Queen of Heaven.
Right, so who's the Queen of Heaven? These false gods, right?
And to pour out drink offering unto other gods, that they may provoke me to anger.
Right, so the Most High is going to be angry. Why? Because we offering drink, we offering food, not just turkey. You do it pork, right? So what is it? To provoke him to anger, right? So you're making the Most High angry, right? Because we can't keep 2-3 simple rules, right? And that's why we're out here struggling, right? We can't even keep together, right? Time, right? We can't even keep 2, 3, 4 laws, right? So why is the Most High going to hear us, right? This whole time he's telling us, mend your ways. We can't even mend our ways, right? When at the end of the day, all we have to do is listen to his laws, right?
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments.
Right, at the end of the day, that's all we have to do, right? Is keep his commandments, and we won't have to listen to these demons. Why? Because we got one God Almighty, right? We got one master of all things,
For this is the whole duty of man.
Right, this is the whole duty of man. Pretty much, I mean, that's all we got to do is keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's the whole duty of man. Man, what else can I say?
The book of Revelation, chapter 14, verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of YHWH.
God, we gotta have. He had a key point, right? We gotta be patient, and that's why we are here. You know, patiently waiting for everybody, you know, to start, you know, following these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's why we are here, because we do got that patience.
Yep.
Right? You know, sometimes I don't even have words on what to say, man. I'll be honest, if it angers the Most High, you know, we should be like our Father, right? And to be honest, man, all this Thanksgiving, all these fall holidays, man, to be honest, man, they piss me off, man. Good. And we're destroyed. We're destroyed just for not knowing these laws, statutes, and commandments, right? Don't you get that?
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
Right? A gift destroys the heart, right? All these gifts that these pilgrims were promising us, at the end of the day, they just killed us off, man. And now look at all these reservations. Where's the Native American man at now? They got reservations that they're taking over at this point. They're putting pipelines through it. They're destroying the land that they promised they wouldn't touch, right? But we're still out here, man. It's just amazing, man. How all we have to do is just follow 613 commandments, but we could surely follow all these laws of America. To be honest, man, it makes me sick. In the words of my mom, get asco.
Get asco. Get asco.
It's amazing, man.
They just say about California, that's about 2,000 to 3,000 laws.
2,000 to 3,000 laws that we have to follow in America. Put in California, but we can't follow 600. Is having half more? Is it worth your salvation?
Actually, somebody told me that, man. Depends on the real shit. Not even kidding. He really said that. He was like, maybe. Depends on the sport.
See, man, that's how simple we are, man. We can't even think. A lot. You know, the funny part is that Christians will tell you, oh, well, you know, is this worth your salvation? But when it comes to following laws, they're like, oh no, but the laws don't matter. But yet, I mean, if you flip that question on them, what would they say? Are they really faithful to the Most High?
Good.
Can they really say, oh yeah, I can leave porn just in case it does save me, right? And we still can't be, and that's why we're not saved, right? Where did Luke 1 and 71 about our salvation? A lot of people think that salvation is actually just, you know, salvation from the demons, salvation from this, and you know,
Deliverance.
a lot of people can't get what we're actually saved from, right?
I got a couple of them. Here we go. The book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 68. Blessed be Yahweh, power of Israel, for he has visited and redeemed his people. He has raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. Oh yeah, pump it in. Verse 71, you're right. That we should be saved from our enemies.
We should be saved from our enemies, right? I mean, what is that?
And from the hand of all that hate us.
Right? And who hates us more? I mean, who can tell you, hey, let's get together and eat, and we'll help you out with this, but then yet again turn around and then stab you in the back? That's not hate. That's not your enemy. That's not your real enemy. I mean, the Native Americans, at least, were keeping their section, but yet you have to take out the whole land? Man, I won't even get to numbers, because what's the correct thing that we should do? Is that we should get rid of all these demons. We should get rid of all of the Most High's enemies, right? I mean, if I keep going, to be honest, a lot of people will just turn away from the word. The most important thing here is to keep His commandments, keep His commandments. So that's the duty of man, right? That's all we got to do. Keep commandments. If you got questions, I mean, hit up the comment section, hit up whatever. The closest person